Hello boys, welcome to the first installation of the Rat Academy. So I'm making these little short videos as like a rat Bible for the players who come to the server, the Discord server, and they want to know more. They want to know more about ballistics, but also the more experienced players who may not know something about a certain caliber. This specific video is about ammo and the ammo chart. But as you know, the goal of this is to win conflicts without even having any skill and ultimately amass wealth and get that number in your stash to go up, as you know. So let's jump right into it. So this one's about the ammo chart and calibers in particular. Now everyone knows the ammo chart, right? And if you don't, I'll put a link with the video. You'll have it. So this is the ammo chart. The most beautiful thing about Tarkov. So there's two stats, as many of you know. There's damage, and then there's pen, which in this case transfers to armor class. So if a bullet's up here, it can pen class 5. That's all you got to know. And here's thorax. So how you kill a player is either you zero their thorax or you zero their head. Okay. So for example, rip, if they're not wearing any armor, and you hit them with rip in the chest or the head, you'll kill them. Okay. But if you hit them with pick one, SP13, and they're wearing class 5, it's class 5 is basically going to block it because it's below. And if you hit them in their head and they're wearing class 3, SP13 will go right through and kill them. But if you hit them in their chest and they're wearing class 3, it won't kill them. It'll probably go through, but it won't do enough flesh to zero their thorax. So you're going to have to shoot them twice because 2 of those bullets brings you over here, and then he's dead. And that's the gist of it. Okay, so let's jump right into 556, I believe. Let's try and get this. I can click on this. There you go. Here's 556. The bullets are down here. 995, SA, AP, and 55A1 and 556. So let's start off. SSAP is a really good round. It's not very common, so it's a very good round. It has a decent amount of penetration. It'll basically go through everything, and a decent amount of damage, enough to two-shot a thorax, as I recall. Yes. Actually, damage 36. Actually, it might have to be 3 shots. Yeah, but it's 1 to the head. It's still a good. I'm gonna put it in B because 556 rifles are pretty expensive. Okay, 995. I put that in an A because there's a deal for it. It's a good round. It's prohibitively expensive. That's why it's not in the S tier. It's a good round because it doesn't really matter what they're wearing unless they're wearing class 6. Even if they're wearing class 6, it'll probably go through. Okay, 55A1. It's significantly lower. Like it's unlikely to go through class 5. But it's a good round because it's a great headshot round. It really is. Like, there very few visors are class 5 or 6. So basically, if you're looking for headshot rounds, but the thing is, 556 rifles are expensive because of all the chads who want to buy it. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Okay. Now this doesn't mean this bullet's better than this one. This just means price, availability, all that stuff, everything factored into it. Like what bullets should you be using is the gist of it, of this chart. Okay, so 56A1, F tier, absolute dog water. Now this bullet is actually very similar to BT, which I'm actually going to put higher than this, but because the M4s are so expensive and the Chads want to run them, this bullet is probably the worst you can run. If you're running an M4, you have to run 55A1, unless it's the beginning of wipe, and there's no reason you have to run this shit. Like even if you're on factory and it's a month in, you have to run 55A1. You cannot run this garbage. I see people who bring this shit to labs and then they buy it on the flea market. It's despicable, and it's so stupid. They're losing kills. Okay, let's move on. 9x19. Let's see if I can get this here. 9x19. Maybe down here. Here it is. Okay, so this one's, as you can see, it's kind of like not class 6 and 5. It's a huge dead spot here. So if you go to labs, if you want to bring a vector or something, it's not such a great idea. You're probably going to get killed by dudes who run 995. Personally, 7N31 is a great ammo. If they're wearing Killa armor, which is class 5, you have a really good shot at killing them because you have so many bullets coming at them. The thing is, it's very expensive. For that reason, I'm putting it in the A tier. I might move some of these around as well. But I'm considering it in B tier, but it's very expensive. AP 6.3, personally, I think it's a C tier. Look at it. It's so low on the pen chart. I mean, at 2 shots, it comes out of a high-powered, but it's really expensive. It's like $1,000 a round. It's like, for something so low, you might as well run BT, which is a baseline. I'll have it down here. I'll get to it after this one. Luger, Legman round. This is a great round to pick up and sell. If you want to sell some rounds, unload this from like Raider stuff. Using it, dog water. Absolute dog water. Okay. Wait. Yeah, I'm making a video. You want to join? We're doing a tier list. You can watch the stream. Okay. I made a tier thing. This is the other the Rat Master, the Master Splinter on the server. I'm doing 9x19 right now. Basically a dog water caliber. I said 7N31's an A tier. AP 6.3 C and F is Luger. Okay, Quake make. I'm putting which one's better, Quake or Rip? I think it's Rip, right? Yeah, I actually put Quake in E tier, right? D? Yeah, I've actually used it. It's not that bad. Rip, E tier. Yep, exactly. Availability. Okay. And 545 is the next one. So BT, great fucking round. This has got to go. It's either S or, for now I'm putting it in A tier. That doesn't mean that BT is like as good as 7N1. That means that BT is such a cheap and effective round that it's like it's good enough that you're going to be using it almost as much as 7N31. It's like it's the bread and butter of Tarkov, especially early wipe. BT goes for like 1,000 rubles a round. Let's pull up where it is on the ammo chart. 545 by 39 right here. Look where that is. If you look back where 9x19 was, look at 7N31 and then you check out BT. Like, look where that is. Class 4. And then we look at, where is it? 5x39. Look where BT is. It's so close to this ammo here. Like, it almost is as effective. The only thing is this will come out faster from a more expensive gun. It'll come out in a faster rate of fire, and it's significantly more expensive. This stuff, later in the wipe, 2 months in, it's very cheap. You can get it very cheap, and you can put it in your secure, and if you die, you have it. So this is, you know what? It's an S tier. It is an S tier round. It really is. It's the bread and butter of Tarkov. And if you're a rat and you don't use BT, you're not a rat. Okay. Okay, BP. Okay, now BP is very close in value to BT. But here's the thing. For some reason, because it has just a little bit more damage this way, you see how it's like just a little bit more to the right? Chads like to use it on factory. Maybe because if you shoot them in the leg, it'll require one less leg shot. But like, it's BT significantly better because of how it does in class 4. Personally, BP is a D tier round. Because it's so close to being BT, but here's the thing, it's so much more expensive. It's so much less common. Okay, next one, 7N39. 7N39 will basically one-tap anyone in the head, okay, unless they get ricocheted. So it's a very good round if you're running labs or whatever, but here's the thing, where it's good here, it's not great on thorax and it's not great on legs. I'd put it in B tier, okay? It's also prohibitively expensive, like 2K a round. Okay, BS. This one's like 1.5, so like 150 around, 1,500 around. It's very good because it pens class 5, and if you're up against class 6, it'll go through in a few shots. 2 shots thorax, on naked players, right? The other one won't, if I recall. And for that reason, it's an A tier. BS is a great round. It's a B tier because the thing about it does pen armor well, but the thing is, by the time people have class 6 and 7 armor, or sorry, not class 7, class 6 and 5 armor, it's late into the game. And there's so much recoil on 545, and it requires a lot of modding to get it to where you need it. By that point, you're better off using a different caliber altogether. If that makes any sense. Maybe you top off a few rounds of BS, but there's too much recoil in the caliber. It's too much modding. It's too complicated. There's better options out there. It's a B tier. Okay? Now let's look at what are the other options. Basically the Val. Early game, you can get Vals super cheap because you get them from in Wipe. There's a bunch of tasks, which as a reward you get Vals. I think there's like 5 tasks you get Vals for. And people want to send these to the market, and everyone has them all at once. And so Vals are cheap, plus the ammo is cheap because there's a barter. There's a craft inside the hideout, and for SP6. So basically, SP6, fantastic round, S tier round, incredibly cheap. You can make a fortune on crafting it. You can make a fortune selling it. Market manipulation. You can make It's a great round. Let's pull it up on the what is it? 5. It's somewhere around here. I can click on it right here. Okay, look at that grouping. Like, this is the golden zone here, and it costs about the same price as 762 BP. Actually, it's cheaper. It's like almost 500 rubles a round, and it's like look at where it is. Like, right there, like, come on, BT's over here for reference. Okay, that's a great round. Okay, that's an S tier. SPP, it's better than SP6, but it's not for the price. I don't know. Look at the difference between those. If they're wearing class 6, you want to be using SPP, but most of the time they're not wearing class 6. They're wearing class 5. They're wearing class 4. They might not even be wearing armor. Okay, and it's like SPP and BP are very similar in price. BP is great round for labs. But the thing is, when you're like running against guys wearing class 6, you don't want a 30 round capacity, because they're running in teams. That's why it's if there was a 60 round capacity on the Val, this would be up here. Okay. Okay, 993, great round, A tier. Okay, same thing with M61, great round, A tier. They're effectively the same round, because the difference in pen here is negligible. Because there is no class 7. It's gonna go through class 6. Period. Like, it's just gonna go through. Okay, but the only thing is there's a lot of recoil on the weapons. The ammo is prohibitively expensive, etc. M62, F tier. Dogwater, F tier. M80, F tier. They're the same fucking round. Okay, look at it. For some reason, M62 is the same price as M61. I don't know how this happens, but for some reason, people think because it's one more than M61, M62, it's one more better, right? Chad logic. Okay. Oh man. Yeah. SP13. Okay, let's SP13. I gotta give it an A, right? No, it's not an S. It's the thing about it is there's too much recoil, because when you're up against like 3 people, right? There's so much recoil that it's hard to take them all out. The gun is so cheap. What's the gun? 12,000 rubles. The thing is that there's too much recoil. By the way, SP13, that's the one that goes in the. Let's pull these up on the chart. SP13, this orange one, is the one. Where is it? Yeah, the shrimp. It's the little pistol. great headshot round. This is meant for headshots, but it's also a great thorax round. If they're wearing class 4, it'll go two to the thorax, 1 to the head. But if they're wearing class 5, it's like 3 to the thorax. So if they're wearing class 5 or 6, you want to go for the head. Personally, I'm a thorax guy, so I have a soft spot for SP13. Okay, AP, E tier. Okay, you shouldn't be wanting the Puas. It's just it's a cool effect. I like the gun. It was unique, but same thing with FMJ. It's about the same as AP. Let me pull it up over here. It looks like a cool round. Wow, look how far it is from all the other rounds, right? But I mean, like, come on. It's a 1 to the thorax, but like, you know, it's a meme weapon. Let's be honest. It's not useful. It's not effective. It's a very expensive gun with a bullets cost like 20k a round. It's a joke. What if you miss? Like, your gun flies up and you're dead. This is all in the context of close quarters most of the time. You know, most conflicts, rat conflicts, happen in the bowels of reserves. You know, within like 10 feet, right? Okay, next one. You want to do SS190, SB193? Where are those? Really? Why? Well, do you know what caliber it's called? I think it's like 5. There you go. Look at that. SS190. Remember, the reference we use is BT. So let's pull up BT. Look where BT is, and then look where SS. What is it? It's 5. It's 5.7. See, it's literally BT. The pen and the damage, right? It has 37 penetration and 49 damage, right? And BT has 37 penetration and 44 damage. It is BT, yet the gun is expensive. It does fire faster. It does have less recoil. But the thing is, like, if you can't kill someone close quarters with a BT AK, do you really deserve the kill? Like, you really want to spend triple for a gun that has the same probability of killing someone? You know, like, it feels like an M4, sure, but like, BT is the way to go. For that reason, D tier. It's not significantly expensive because there is a barter trade from Peacekeeper, so I'm not going to put it in F. I think S. There is no barter for the SB193, right? Are you good with this? Is this? So it's a little better than RIP. That makes sense. Okay, grenade launcher shells, S tier. Okay. I wonder why I put that up there. I don't have a freaking soft spot. You could just to show you, you can get a barter for it. On here, you can get a barter for it. Right here. See, you can buy it for 250, which is about 30,000 rubles, which is so tits. Okay, just make sure I'm still recording. And, okay, go back to the ammo chart. Okay, a grenade launcher. This one's actually, I'm gonna give it B because you can't get the barter for it. I mean, it's a good round, right? But it's not worth 100k. You agree? Let's put it in C. You don't use, yeah. You play with. It's the same round, but it doesn't have the barter. Oh yeah, a C, right? But I'd still buy it. Like, if that one wasn't there, I'd still buy it. Okay, FMJSX. Because the MP7s are only 40k, so right off the bat, pretty decent round. But the thing is, this round costs like, what is it, 1,300 or something? Players. I don't think the trader gives you a good deal. I give it an E tier. Let's what caliber is it? It's 6. There it is. It's 4.7 by 30. Okay, it's very close to where BT is. It fires very quickly. $3. What is that? That's like 300. But the thing is, like, by the time you get that, you get APSX, which is a significantly. APSX is an S tier round. Right here. Look at that. 1 to the head. Basically 1 to the head. There's only one class 6 face shield. And no one wears it. So this bullet is 1 to the head. How much does it cost a round? 1,000 rubles a round, and it fires so quickly. This is probably one of my favorite rounds in the game. You need mechanic. What is it, like max level to get or something? If I pull this up, it's right here. Ammo. So you need right here. There it is. So it's right here. It's actually sold out right now. It's such a good run. But don't ever buy it here. It's not worth it here. This is what I'm talking about. 1,000 rubles around. You could buy a shit ton of it. You know, stock up. Okay. So it's a great round. MP7 is probably one of the most effective weapons because you can also fold it up. If you're in labs, you can fold it up, put it in your bag. The 40 round mags once you get mechanic. It's a great firearm. Okay, and let's pull up. Where is it? There you go. Okay, so we got that settled. Okay, the Ash 12, which I believe is, what is it? It's like, it's over here somewhere. 12.7. Yeah, isn't that 50 cal? Okay, the great part about this is if they're wearing class 4 armor, you can one-shot them in the thorax. The other ammos don't do that, so ignore them. Remember, if it's not on this list, you're never going to use it. Don't ever use it if it's not on this list. So for that reason, the one disadvantage of this gun is it only has 20 round capacity, and the recoil is very high. The gun's kind of expensive too. The magazines are also like 20k a piece. For that reason, it's a B tier round. I move this like an idiot. Wow, genius play. It's a B tier round. Actually, it's a C tier round, let's be honest. It's just fun, okay? And I don't use that word a lot. Okay, AP, personally, I think this is an E round. Even though it's like, yeah, okay, right here, look at, it's like, wait, where is it? AC blackout. Look how close it is to BT. BT's right here, remember. BT's the baseline because it's water, it's everywhere. So if it's not significantly better than BT, you should use BT. It does have a fast fire rate, but like I remember Landmark was using it, and he likes to use weapons the whole raid. Halfway through the raid, he said like, I don't want to keep using this weapon. Can I just drop the? It's not a good weapon. It's just like it's like half a meta M4, half like high recoil like, and the gun is actually not very common, and the ammo's not common, so it's dog water. Actually, let's put it FT, E tiers where it belongs, because I don't want it. It's a little better than M6 too. Okay. Okay, 7 and 1. Personally, A or B, right? A. Yeah. God, we're gonna run out of space for A. Yeah, it's a very good round because it one taps to the chest. Let's pull this up. Okay, look, it's right on the line of thorax. So if they're wearing class 4 armor, in the chest, dead. You're gone. You're out of here, kid. Dog water, okay? And if they're wearing a face shield, you can headshot them with it, right? It's basically gonna go. People don't wear class 5 or 6 face shields, and if they're wearing class 6, you can hit them twice with it or something. Hit them twice or 3 times. The blunt damage will get them too. So that's a good round. SNB. Yeah, but the thing about that is, like, it's 2 to the thorax. It's 2 to the thorax. But there's so much recoil. But the recoil on the SVD, if you compare it to M61 or you compare it to, like, any other 2-tap round that exists, and the SVD is 100k, like, come on. You know? I give it a C. I give it C. If you're doing long range sniping, you have to aim for their head. You know, it's like it might as well run M61. This is true. It's great to sell. It is 500 rubles around, but the thing is, I don't know. SVD is not. It's not a. I'll move it up to B, but it is. There are the merits. 7 and 37 is the same as SNB, prove me wrong. Okay. It's... Yeah, because there is no Class 7 armor. So, okay. Magnum Buck. I give it a C. Okay. Because early game, when people aren't wearing armor, let's pull it up too. They die. Yeah. Which is down here. Now this ammo chart is incredibly misleading because they have different. So there's little pellets, and this is a single pellet. So some of them have multiple pellets. So like, this ammo chart's a little misleading. But how many pellets does buckshot have? Does anyone know? It has a lot. I'm pretty sure. I don't. Yeah, pull it up. It's Magnum Buck. You pull that up. No, not velocity. Number of pellets. You have to do a lot of damage to them to kill them by legging them, but also if you realize one pellet is a one hit to the head. When people aren't wearing face shields, you know, it's one to the head. Well, not exactly. If I click here, like, what? There's a Express, which is also here. Or there's some other, and there's Flechette is not one to the head, which is also on here. But for buckshot, that's pretty good. You know, it's at the top of this range here, which is Express is down here, which I'd give Express an E because it does have less recoil than Magnum Buck, but it's like, yeah, it's dog water. Okay, AP20, I'll give it a B. S. Yeah, but the thing is the capacity. If you put it in like a, you could get a 20 rounder, right? But they're expensive and stuff. It's great early on. You know, it's basically 366 AP, right? Because like 366 is over here. No. Look at these. It doesn't do as much flesh, but it one taps if to the thorax, which is the important factor. You can. I feel like it's A tier. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's A tier. I'm extending this out. There we go. You know what? I don't think 995 A tier. It's two B tier, right? No, we're talking price. Price is included here. Yeah. B, right? We're gonna keep this extended if we have to put more. Flechette. It is Flechette. Which one's better, Magnum Buck or Flechette? The very close. Adam. Which one do you think? See, that it has for a shotgun round. It has a lot of penetration. If you're running thorax, right, and you hit them with a bunch of flechettes, and they're wearing class 5 armor, you can zero their class 5 armor pretty quickly, and that's one of the reasons it's really good. I know I'm gonna say Magnum Buck and Flechette are very very similar. It depends when in the wipe you are. Yeah. Okay. Okay. One of my favorites, 762 BP. It's an S. Absolute S tier round. Absolutely. If anyone disagrees with that, they don't know Tarkov. This is like next to BT. You know, I'm actually gonna move this over because it's like. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Okay. It's It's 1,000 a round, but 1,000 a round is a good price point because you don't want to cheap out on ammo, but you also don't want to pay 3K a round. You know, it plus you start with a lot of it, and it's great in an SKS, right? I mean, I hate SKSs, but as killing geared players go, an SKS BP is not a bad option, and you can do it early in the game. If I can not mess up the picture, that would be nice. Okay. Okay, and that is, let's pull that ammo chart up so you can see where that is. It's right here. Here it is. BP, great position. Right there. It's identical to SP6 in where it is. You could also put a 50 rounder in the gun, so it's like SP6, but you can use a 50 rounder, which is a big, big deal. A lot more recoil, but you'll get used to it if you use the caliber. I know a lot of people who are really passionate about BP and 7.62 AKs, and if you use BT and then you move to BP, it's a direct transfer because there's a lot of recoil on 5.45 and there's a lot of recoil on 7.62, right? So like, it's when you're done with BT and you have money, you move up to BP. Okay, different caliber, but it's the god tier. Okay, and it's probably one of the most affordable meta weapons you can get. Okay, 7.62 AP, I'm putting it in A tier or. You're right. I mean, it's too expensive. It's like 2 to 3K a round. It. I've killed so many people wearing slicks with 7.62 BP. Like so many, in fact, that I don't even think it's worth like using this. You know, if you. What were you gonna say? No, no. This is overall, just overall. Like the best rounds in the game. Like if I told people to use rounds, I'm gonna tell them to use BT, BP, APSX, SP6. You know, like those are the rounds, especially early game. Like usefulness. Okay, what about PS? PS is an E tier. E, right? Because early game, it's one of the best rounds you can use when you don't have BT, right? Do I? Oh, delete. No, there's 6 point. Okay, Shrap 10. The okay. Let me argue why it's not S. Okay, the gun is very expensive and it's a pump action. The gun is expensive. It's like 50K. It. I think early game, the fucking KS-23 is a. It's here's the thing. It's not. It's an A. I'm gonna say because if I'm comparing it to BT, it's not as good as BT in terms of usefulness. Saw but the thing is, they got nerfed. They got nerfed pretty hard. They cost to effectiveness. They are probably barricade F tier. F dog water. Thought I put that in there. Okay, let's just. I want to move something down. So it's okay. You get out of here. Okay, go away. Leave the call. Okay. What do you want to move down? Okay. Shrimp is one of the best early game weapons. Val? I don't think. I think BP is better than SPP. You know what? Right? Because SPP is kind of floating. You know? Because like BP is just a little better, and then yeah. And so why use SPP? There we go. Let's move this. Okay, so I think we got our tier listing. Are we good with this, boyos? Okay, I'm gonna upload the link to this. I'm gonna upload an image of this, and I'm gonna upload the video. Okay, well, thanks for watching, newbie boys, and also experienced rat lords. See you later.